I applied for the course to learn some more skills, like creating music, playing with new technology.
I don't know. I guess I applied because music and film are two like big passions of mine, and I just wanted to get better at both of them. Learn new techniques to kind of diversify the things that I'm doing already.
I applied because I was finishing up with college, and I thought it'd be a good thing to do, just to see how I could apply the stuff that I learned at college.
I applied mostly because I was excited about the sound aspect. I've always had a lot of musician friends, all have always been male, doing really well and helping each other out, and just felt a bit underestimated and left behind in that. So I was really excited to get some support in that way. And I also I thought because I hadn't learnt a guitar by age 12 that it was too late for me, so it was exciting to think I could learn something again. And Mark definitely made it really approachable, because he would always just keep you trying to keep it simple and just throw stuff together, so you weren't intimidated by learning a whole program. It was good.
I applied to basically experiment and sort of meet new people and get my hands on things that I haven't done before, like recording music and using Logic and all the video editing stuff, which I've never done before. So, yeah.
I applied because I wanted to get experience with working with video, and maybe get some insight as to how to further develop my music practice as well.
I hope to gain a better understanding of the software packages, mostly probably Adobe and Logic, because I'd never used them before. And being around people who had used them would have been really helpful. So I think that's definitely what I wanted to do, and it's definitely what I have done.
I hoped that I would learn like a better taste for editing and things like how to do a music video correctly and things like that. But I got kind of the opposite, where it was learning about a bunch of weird art stuff that I never really expected, and learning that I don't really have to do stuff right for it to be any good.
The opportunity to do exactly that.
Yeah.
So merge two of my hobbies and attempt to start producing my own music and visuals for them.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I hoped to meet people and develop my skills, especially in Cornwall, because I feel like moving from Brighton to Cornwall after uni, there was like no one down here that I knew that could help me creatively, and I just kind of got a bit stuck.
Experience, new friends, also meeting Mark and Liam was a big thing for me, and I've done some other stuff through Cast as well, so it's experience really.
What's been great about Mark Leckey's Audio Video Lab is coming together with lots of like-minded people in a really interesting space here in Redruth, auction house, and working semi-collaboratively, like feeding off people the way other people use different technology, and some people have never used equipment before. Creates a really kind of exciting intersect between ways of working and kind of ideology behind the work as well.
To be honest, everything I think has been good about it. I like how we are left to our own devices, but there's also an opportunity to walk around and see what other people are doing, gain inspiration from your peers, and then also from industry specialists, I suppose, and just like hearing them speak. It's been pretty sweet.
Meeting everyone, it's been nice. And all like hanging out and all making stuff together has been really good.
It was good because I met a lot of interesting people, got to speak to them for about a whole month, ended up getting a couple of decent opportunities out of it in the end. It was introduced me to a whole industry that I didn't really know about, so that was good.
The main thing I really enjoyed about doing the music and video lab was actually having sort of community of different people around the similar kind of age, based in similar areas, so know about like trying to do creative stuff in a rural place and like keeping up motivation. And I think especially after finishing university a year ago, it's been really nice to sort of have that community, or kind of educational but in a different kind of way, like speaking with artists again and having sort of like artists and musicians doing talks and having like a little bit of structure but not without it being too much structure kind of thing.
The visiting lectures have definitely been the best part of it, especially because a majority of them are producers, and having had no experience or any form of education in music production, I haven't really met anyone that makes music or been able to ask anyone about that kind of stuff. So
everything. It's been really fun, and I feel like I've gotten to be myself, and like everyone's been really helpful, and I feel like I've learnt so much. Especially technology wise, I'm awful with computers and I don't have the access to any sort of technology at home, so it's been great to have a space where I can just be creative and have the technology I need.
I feel like it's been very different to anything else I've done before, so it's a challenge as well, but I've also had a lot of fun working with all of the different software and different ideas.
Yes, quite a lot of things have been good about it, just like working with other people, creative people in Cornwall, talking to Mark and Liam about stuff, and having the space to explore ideas, and like having the time just to be here and then like bounce ideas off each other has been really good.
The difference from school and college is probably the freedom that we have during this course. There's never a wrong answer, and everything's kind of a process into the next thing, which is really exciting. A lot less kind of identikit study of here's a lecture, here's some information, what do you think of that? It's more, here's this thing, that's amazing, or not, let's think about it, let's use that in our own practice, and go from there.
It's a lot more laid back. It's really relaxed, and it's very. It's got a real creative element to it.
I'd say that's probably just better, isn't it? I think we got better equipment here, better people teaching us, and it's a lot more chill.
It was different from school or college because I didn't have to make anything specific. They didn't grade me or anything like that, so I kind of graded it myself on whether or not I was happy with what I ended up making, and I think that's a lot better for something like art. It's just hard to give like a painting like a letter grade, you know.
Everything. I mean, school and college is just so restrictive, and this hasn't been restrictive at all. I feel like I've learned I could be myself and I didn't have to hide that, whereas at school I felt like I was just judged off of grades. And this is just, you decide whether it's good or not.
So it's been a lot more adult, basically. I feel like school's always been like you sit down, you're taught something, you go away, you make something, and then you're evaluated, basically. And coming here has felt more like, instead of being taught, it's more like a load of artists just coming together and talking to each other and exploring, and so more grown up, I guess.
Well, school and college were definitely a lot more formal, less free, and more structured, and this is kind of like, what is it you want to do, and kind of really pushing you in whatever direction you want to go in.
With this experience going forward, I hope to take and run with what I've learned, really, from Mark and Liam, and kind of the whole new art media that's going on. I'm a bit of a Luddite myself. I like old stuff and working with old things, and it's been really exciting to see other people's ways of working, using a lot of digital equipment, digital editing, and also using kind of pop culture and social media as a kind of collage resource pool of things to get visual information and sound and incorporate that into your own work as a kind of hyper collage. So yeah, hope to take those new things I've learned forward into a new period of my practice.
I hope to sort of continue creating, take the sort of creative mindset that I've gained from this experience and make some more stuff in the future.
For one, I think I've made some pretty cool contacts. Everybody that is here, for one, everybody who's alongside me, but then also Liam and Mark.
I just keep on making stuff. Now I've got started on all the software. Now I know how to use it. I can keep going. So I think it's just carrying on.
In the future, hopefully, I can use what I learned here to make some money for myself. You know, do some cool art. Maybe eventually have a job that I can properly enjoy. You know, by just working for myself and doing art. Hopefully, but that's a long time off. Maybe.
Yeah, it's really made me realise I'd like to go more into sort of creating immersive like visual arts and music events. So I've started working with someone who does like projections and projection mapping and lighting at like music events and stuff like that. So I'm quite keen to sort of take forward that aspect and combine visual and audio things in that way, which hadn't really realised until maybe a few months ago.
Keep producing, and with any extra time that I get, make my own visuals to my own music, hopefully. Nice.
I guess just keep making stuff, really. I don't know what direction I'm going in yet. I'm constantly doing new things, and I guess this is like another sort of string to my bow, I guess. So yeah. Just more stuff,
Cool. Go for it.
Cool, thank you.
I hope to carry on, since I make music and I wanted to do stuff with film, I hope to be doing more stuff with film, making film for my music, or somehow like bringing the two practices together. So just carry on developing the things that we've been talking about here.
I hope to actually end up with a career in the industry in the end, and that's my dream goal, really. And I feel like this is another step towards that, which is what I wanted.